Namaskaram and welcome back. Now you would have heard about gas in the atmosphere. You would have heard about oxygen, you would have heard about carbon dioxide, hydrogen. But there is one another gas that you produce within yourself, and that gas is nitric oxide, NO. Now as we age, our ability to produce this gas decreases. But nitric oxide, when it is produced adequately, can offer huge health benefits. So what does nitric oxide do in your body? Number one, it's a very powerful vasodilator. That means it dilates the blood vessels. So what happens when there is dilatation of the blood vessels? The heart is able to pump the blood more freely, so it doesn't have to pump against a pressure, and that reduces the risk of high blood pressure. And by increasing the blood flow or improving the blood flow, every cell, every organ in your body is going to be supplied with more blood, which means it carries more oxygen to your cells. So your cells and organs become better oxygenated. So if your nitric oxide level gets lower, you lose these benefits, or you have a reduction in blood flow and cellular oxygenation. What else does nitric oxide do? Nitric oxide can actually activate your innate stem cells. We all have stem cells, and most of them reside in our fat cells. Nitric oxide is able to activate. So when you activate your own stem cells, then there's a lot of repair that can go on into the body. Nitric oxide can also activate your immune system, which is very, very critical now in this post-COVID world, because we are seeing far more infections, we see more cancers. So immune function, a robust immune function, is extremely critical, especially for aging people, because we have a decline in our ability to handle the pathogens and our ability to destroy cancer cells. So we need to make sure that our immune system functions at the optimal level, and nitric oxide does that. One of the most beneficial effect of nitric oxide is regulating the autonomic nervous system. So this has got two branches, like the yin and yang. One is parasympathetic, the other is sympathetic. This is like accelerator and this is like brake. But the problem with us now, most of us, is that we have too much acceleration. So that means we are in the sympathetic overdrive. So what happens? You are always in this agitated, tense mode, which increases your risk of high blood pressure, can increases the risk of cancers and almost all the diseases, because your ability to handle the stress and manage the stress or resilience becomes affected, because the sympathetic is in overdrive and you produce a lot of adrenaline here. Nitric oxide actually increases the parasympathetic activity, so you have a balanced autonomic nervous system. So you are more calmer, you are more composed, your ability to think and react in a calm way improves. So if you look at this, nitric oxide has huge benefits. So, but the fact is, your nitric oxide level is dropping as you age. What can you do about it is, you need to increase the production of nitric oxide. Now that's where light therapy comes. So both the red light and the near infrared light we talked about, they actually activate the mitochondria to produce nitric oxide. So you increase your mitochondrial nitric oxide production just by exposing yourselves to red and infrared light. Thank you. Namaskar.